Okay, I just spent the past couple of hours in the Spy Museum here in Washington, D.C., and there's unbelievably crazy cool things like covert operations that are now revealed, tools and tricks and techniques that spies have used to keep secrets and accomplishments and all of the time. But one of the things that really touched me was this story about this guy named Mohab and Gonen. So Mohab was from a Middle Eastern country, and he decided to turn on the organization that he spent his life being a part of. Like, his father had founded this terrorist organization, and Mohab decided to turn on that organization and become a spy. And Gonen was his handler from a European country, and they would exchange information and ultimately took down the terrorist cell and stopped them from doing suicide bombs all over the Middle East, saved who knows how many lives. But here's where the story gets interesting, what touched me about it. After this, Mohab decides to do a very brave thing and just come forward because he wants to seek asylum and come to a new country, ultimately America. So he comes forward with his story, and Gonen comes and testifies on how important the role Mohab played, and Gonen just is on his side, and this guy needs to be saved, he needs to be kept free, he needs to be kept safe. So now he's advocating for him to be moved to America. And these guys couldn't be from more different backgrounds. Like, one guy's a white guy from Europe, the other guy's Middle Eastern. I mean, they couldn't have been from different backgrounds and played different roles. But they showed us a video in there where I learned all of this, and Mohab and Gonen have now become lifelong, best friends. And I couldn't help but think, I think one of the greatest gifts we get is when you have an unlikely friendship. Because those are the friendships that I think go deepest and touch you. And of course, it makes me think of my friendship with Adam Frower. I don't know what my life would be like had I not met Adam Frower. And I almost was emotional when I was listening to this particular story, because Mohab said the same thing about Gonen. I don't know how my life would be had I not met this person, someone who I could trust, someone who I know is there for me, someone who I know believes in me, and in this case, someone who saved his life. Now look, Adam has never saved my life. He's never, ran into a burning building to get me out. He's never, in this particular case, the guy had to call him and be like, get out of the building now, run, and don't stumble. And he runs out and the building explodes. Adam's never done that for me, but he certainly has saved my life emotionally and spiritually. And it's one of the greatest gifts ever. So if you're lucky enough to have an unlikely friendship, I want you to cherish it. And if you haven't had this experience, I want you to be open to the fact that sometimes a friendship comes in a package that's totally different from where you're from and what you've experienced before. And just be open to letting those new experiences into your life, because I promise you it makes the biggest difference in the world.